What's going on, YouTube? Up and Adam here, and today I have another Madden 22 video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the new program coming out on Friday. I'm going to show you how you can be prepared in order to make so many coins. Because of all the uncertainty about what the program is actually going to be, I have some plans on how I'm going to be preparing and what you should be doing as well right now in order to make millions when the program drops. So before we jump into the video, you know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, turn those noti bells on, especially if you do enjoy all the Madden content on the channel. EA released a schedule of the upcoming week. So we have Rising Stars. At the time of you watching this video, Rising Stars will be in game. We don't know exactly who it's going to be yet, but they will be in game. We have the LTDs on Thursday. So the regular LTDs on Thursday. So market should be down a little bit depending on how good they are. We know they're going to be about 98 overall. And then here's the main thing. Backyard Ballers. Okay, that animation leads me to believe that it's gonna be some like fun, maybe players who are like really fast, things like that. Again, we're gonna go through some of my predictions here, but the main thing is we're getting another big program on Friday. We don't know necessarily if it's gonna be like big like Zero Chill or if it's gonna be big like the Combine that we just had last week. We don't know exactly what it is, but they tend to do a lot of the programs very similar and gives me an idea of how I want to prepare and what I'm doing to prepare. So we're going to talk about that, and then Saturday we'll have our Ultimate Legends. You know how to prepare for that. I've told you a bunch of times on how I'm preparing for Ultimate Legends. I'm buying 85s for 5,000 or under, and I'm buying 83s to 84s for about 2,000 coins and under. Okay, we're getting ready for Saturday. So we'll definitely do that, okay? If we go back through some of the sets here, they've all been very, very similar. Like the past sets or past programs we've had, they've all been pretty similar. Like we had the Combine where we had Combine Heroes, right? Like the 94s, and then you could build like the champions, okay? So I think we're gonna have something like that. We'll probably have a bunch of cards like as like heroes. We'll have a bunch of like exchange cards like this, like 92s, 90s, 88s, 86s. Again, this is me just speculating on it all. This is not, it has not been confirmed just yet. I'm assuming we're gonna get either news on Good Morning Madden either Wednesday or Thursday, most likely Thursday. So we'll find out more about it on the Thursday, most likely. But this is how I'm prepping now before the market adjusts to it. So you can see what we needed for these sets where you need to like the lower overalls, you can put like 84s in, 83s in, okay? So it's not a bad idea to like stock up on some of that because you can see some of the price of these 86s, especially at launch, go up if there is any 86s. You can see all the sets, and it's the same thing with like the champions and heroes. We've had that for like the Gridiron Guardians. We had heroes, and then we had the champions. So they've been kind of very, very similar this year on how they've been putting out programs. So like with the champions, you need like to put a bunch of cards in, or like 4 cards, 4 heroes in, and then you would get them back as NCAT. I can see the same thing for this program, maybe seeing like a couple LTDs in maybe a reroll, or maybe we don't get any rerolls, but we still get champions and heroes and some lower overall pieces. So not a bad idea to even pick up some training for the potential of some rerolls, because we've been getting rerolls for quite a bit of programs so far. I could see it happening. Same thing with the Super Bowl. We had the champions here and then the lower overalls. We've had like the same setup throughout the last few programs, and honestly, I don't think that's going away. I think it's going to be very, very similar moving forward. Could we also see it being like a campus hero kind of drop? We've seen campus heroes before where we had 2 champions and then we had a bunch of 94s. Potentially, it could be maybe like the next campus hero kind of deal, possibly. But I do think we will be getting Campus Hero Volume 3 later on in the year, maybe in a month or so. So maybe not exactly like this one, but my best guess is it's going to be like the programs that we just had the last few. Okay, Combine, Gridiron Guardian, Super Bowl, just that same layout where you need 90, like you have a champion, you have like the 94s or whatever it's going to be, and then you have like the lower overalls that you can build, all right? And then you can see we have some like rerolls. We've had like rerolls in almost every program this year, except for a handful. But I can see us getting like an 86 plus or like an 88 plus, whatever the overall of these cards are. I can see us getting a reroll. And what that means, training goes up a little bit, especially for for the first day, and then it comes back down if the rerolls are not that great. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go pick up some training, and then I'm gonna show you who I expect to be coming out in this program. I have a few ideas of predictions on if you want to invest in them, you're more than welcome to, but I'm not a huge investor in cards who are likely getting an upgrade, but I am gonna buy cheap training. Training is around, I wanna say like I've been grabbing like 95 to about 95,000 or less, which is like 3.7 coins per training. So I go by Ultimate Legends usually, and I try to find these like 95s for like 95 or less if you can. There's one for 90. You're gonna grab a couple of these. It's this really good training value, and worst case scenario, they do take a little bit of a spike on like Friday nights. So you can always sell them back on Friday nights for like 110, 120. You don't really make a lot of coins, but you really won't lose any. So I don't mind grabbing this now for the cheap price that we see them here. Okay, you can always go all offense, all defense if that's a little bit easier for you. Maybe you get some better deals. But go through some of them, grab some training, all right? Grab some training. I'm gonna show you MutGG, and you can see what the cheapest training is at the moment. Okay, so cheapest training on PlayStation right now is 3.67 coins per training, and it's around those 95s I just told you about, right? You can see a 95 selling for about 95,000 coins is about 3.67. We just saw one for like 90,000, right? You can get them for a little bit cheaper than that. 94 is under 70,000 is good, and you can see on and on here. There's great tool to use to find the cheapest possible training value. I'm grabbing them. I am not quick selling my training yet. I'm gonna hold on to my cards. I am not gonna quick sell them until we see what happens with the market on Friday. Until we know exactly what's happening on Friday with the new program, I am not quick selling any of these cards, because worst case scenario, I can sell them back for a little bit more or break even and not lose any coins. As soon as you turn them into training, you're gonna need to convert that with other rerolls, and it's harder to make your coins back that way. Okay, so biggest tip I can give for you is hold on to that training. Buy a bunch of training, but hold on to it. Do not quick sell it just yet, okay? Next up, let's talk a little bit about who I expect to come through this program, right? I expect, like, for sure, I expect a Lamar Jackson, like, backyard ballers. Kind of seems like something like a lot of speed, with players who would be, like, really good, like, in, like, the little mini games in the, like, backyard football kind of thing. So I can see Lamar Jackson getting one, possibly a Patrick Mahomes. All right, my long shot at this is going to be like Lawrence Taylor or Randy Moss, one of these two. They haven't got an upgrade yet. I really do think they're coming out with Ultimate Legends. I think they're both Ultimate Legend material, but it'd be kind of cool if we saw like a Lawrence Taylor or a Randy Moss 98 champion or something like that. We just saw Deion Sanders get one, so why not Lawrence Taylor or Randy Moss, possibly? Okay, another one could be like this Nick Chubb. He hasn't got an upgrade in a while, but again, another player that would who's very skilled and stuff like that. And honestly, there's a bunch of cards that could get upgrades. Until we see what exactly the program is, it's gonna be hard to know. One last thing. If you are looking to buy cheap training at 5 p.m. on Friday, okay, around 5 p.m. Eastern time, it's like that's just like a work in progress. It could be a little bit later, a little bit earlier, but around 5 p.m. the monthly weekend league rewards are going out. You can see all the rewards here, which means the market for that first hour or so, the market will be down. It's a great time to buy a lot of cheap training. A lot of the times you could buy like 83s, 84s, 85s, 86s for really, really cheap just before the Saturday Ultimate Legends. So make sure you take advantage of that. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Being prepared is the best way to make coins. So grab some of those pieces that I talked to you about, grab some cheap training, maybe invest in some players that you think are gonna be part of the program. That is fine, but make sure you get those cards for training value, all right? Anyways, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do down below, and I'll catch you with another video very soon.